We rented the house because it was cheap. That should have been the first warning. Three of us drove up Friday night. Me, Tyler, and Marcus. The Airbnb listing called it a quiet countryside retreat, and the photos showed a cozy old farmhouse with big windows and a wraparound porch. In person, it looked older. The paint was peeling, the porch board sagging, and the yard was nothing but tall grass and crooked trees. Marcus laughed when we pulled in. Man, if we die here, I'm haunting you too. Tyler grabbed the keys from the lockbox. Relax. It's just a house. Inside, it actually wasn't bad. Clean living room, big kitchen, and two bedroom upstairs. Whoever owned the place clearly tried to keep it nice. But there was one thing that immediately stood out: the basement door. It was in the hallway near the kitchen. It's heavy wood with three metal locks, and taped across the center was a big printed sign: Do not enter basement. Underneath that, written in black marker: Seriously, do not open. Marcus snorted. Okay, that's creepy marketing. Tyler shrugged. Probably just storage. And I tried the handle out of curiosity. Locked. All three locks were. Marcus grabbed a beer from the fridge. Dibs on the upstairs room. If Demon comes out of that basement, you two can deal with it. We spent the night watching movies and drinking, and the house creaked a lot. That's normal for old places. Around midnight, Tyler noticed something. Do you hear that? We went quiet, and at first I didn't hear anything. Then it came again. A faint sound. Thump. It was coming from downstairs. Marcus looked at the basement door. Pipes, he said quickly. Then another noise. Scratch and scratch, like something dragging across wood. Marcus set his beers down. Okay, that's not pipes. We both stared at the door, and nothing happened for a while. Then we heard something else. A voice. Very faint. Someone whispering through a wall. And Tyler laughed nervously. Alright, very funny. Which one of you downloaded the creepy sound app? And Marcus shook his head. And I wasn't laughing. Because the voice wasn't coming from our phones. It was coming from the basement. The whispering stopped, then something hit the door from the other side. Hard. All three of us jumped, and Marcus stood up immediately. Okay, someone is down there. Impossible, Tyler said. The door's locked. Marcus walked over to it anyway, and he leaned, closed, and knocked. Hello? He was met with silence. But then the whispering started again. This time even louder. Right on the other side of the door. Marcus stepped back slowly. You hear that, right? The whispering turned into actual words. Low. Broken. Hello? Tyler frowned. Is that a person? Marcus grabbed the top lock. Dude, is someone trapped down there? Wait, I said quickly. We had already unlocked the first latch. And then the voice changed instantly. No longer weak. Now it sounded excited. Open, open, open! As Marcus froze, Tyler looked uneasy now too. Maybe we should call the owner first. The whispering started laughing. Not loud, just a quiet, breathy chuckle. Marcus slowly backed away from the door. Yeah, I'm not opening that. We all went to bed shortly after that. Or at least, we tried. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to something strange. The house was quiet. Then, footsteps started to trickle down the hallway, a slow and dragging step. I assumed that it was Marcus getting water until I heard him snoring in the next room. The footsteps stopped right outside my door, and then something scratched along the wood. I sat up in bed with my heart pounding. Then a voice whispered through the door. Wrong room. The footsteps moved again down the hall and towards the basement. Then I heard the basement locks clink. 1, 2, 3. The door slowly creaked open as I stayed frozen in bed, just listening. For a long time, there was nothing. Then the whispering started again, but now it wasn't in the basement. It was moving through the house, downstairs, in the living room, in the kitchen, walking, exploring. And then it laughed. The next morning, Marcus shook me awake. Dude, he looked pale as Tyler stood behind him. Neither of them looked like they slept. Did one of you open the basement? Marcus asked. I shook my head. Why? They didn't answer. They just pointed down the hallway. The basement door was wide open, and all 3 locks were hanging loose. Marcus slowly walked over to it, and he leaned down and looked inside, then immediately stepped back. What is it? Tyler asked. Marcus swallowed. There's nothing down there. It's like empty, I asked. Marcus shook his head slowly. No stairs as we all stared at him. What? Dirt. A dirt floor and walls. Tyler frowned. Then where were the noises coming from? Marcus didn't answer. Instead, he pointed at the side of the inside door. There was another message written there, carved deep into the wood. Old, scratched like someone used their nails. It said, "Thank you for opening." Then beneath it, fresh and wet, like it had just been written, "Now I can go look for the others."